on it. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of what they did using the clone stamp tool. Current and below. There. Okay. That's better. Okay, now we have this ear that we're trying to define. And I could transform that a little bit. Uh-oh, somebody's leaving. Sorry to go over you like that. So, okay, needs a little more work. I could work on a little more of the highlight in the back, a little more shadow in the front. But I'm trying to show you this is how you can rebuild things. Now, how do we fix the color overall? Well, we could do a couple quick things. And one of them is to make a levels adjustment layer. And that's done right here in the layers palette. Levels. And watch this. We'll go through each color and bring the sliders. Let me show you. The black and the white, the highlight and the shadow, together. And then we'll go to the green channel. I know you're saying, wow, it looks pretty bad. Just watch. And we go to blue. Hit OK. So here's before, after. Now because we fixed the contrast and the color, now we see the defects even more. But a lot of what we think is a defect is in fact grain. But these spots that you see and the discolorization, the blue thing and the fingerprint here, these things gotta get rid of them. Okay, so here's just a little bit of what we can do. All right, now I have to move on to the gentle lady over there. So thank you so much. I have your original. Thank you for your time. And I expect you and everyone else that I work with here to be working on your pictures at home, and you email me your results.
Okay.
Great. That's great. So come on down, ma'am.
So you fix stuff for people?
Yeah. But again, like I said, I also have a course, and that will take you, like everything I'm doing it right now at light speed, 186,000 miles per second. That's pretty fast.
So do you have a course coming up? When?
It's actually on video. I had a booth out there, but I had to shut it down to come in here. But I actually do have a couple left. I did bring a couple with me if you're interested in looking at it. Yes.
The tool you have in your hand.
The tool?
The tool.
Oh, the tool.
The tool. Thank you.
Okay, this. Anybody know what this is? What is it?
It's a pad that you can draw with.
Yeah, it's called a tablet. This is called a stylus, and it's by a company called Wacom or Wacom, W-A-C-O-M. And I work with this all the time. If I was using a mouse, I would probably have had to have a bionic arm installed or something.
With the mouse,
Yeah.
I've done some of that.
Yeah, this is really like intuitive. I'm drawing, back and forth, blah, blah, blah,
Price of one is about $119.
Yeah, $119, get a decent one. I'd say get one that's a 6x8. Don't get the 4x5 one. It's just too small. It really is. And you don't need, I have a 9x12 at my home office, which is even bigger. But this is great for demonstrating. But I wouldn't go any smaller than this. So, and this is good too. I use this even for when I'm not working in Photoshop. It just feels really good.
Is it Apple your preferred computer, or do you?
Apple?
Yeah.
Yes, I prefer Apple. But I have worked with Photoshop in in PCs. Yeah, I'm so glad you brought this. This is unique. Okay, so Twilla, so tell us about this picture.
That is my great-grandmother's sister. It's a tintype, and that's a picture of her in death. She was dead when that was taken.
Wow. She was dead when it was, her eyes are sort of open. Fantastic. What year?
I have no idea. That's part of what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I'm thinking like early 1900s.
I think around 1920s, so.
Beautiful. Okay, this will be interesting to scan. I've never had some, this looks like something you would put in your chest to, if someone shot a bullet at you, you know, and it would dent this and not go into you. So let's do this real quick while we got 5 minutes. I want to tell y'all, I sent in 3 proposals to do 3 classes. I'm trying to cram it all into one. You got to forgive me. Any other questions while I'm going to scan this? All right, that's what I'm going to put. I'm not going to put too much pressure, just a little pressure.
The tintype image is actually on metal.
Yeah, I don't think it's a tintype.
It's not a tintype, but it's like they stretched the photo and put it on like a metal top or something.
Actually, it's lead-based. I have one similar to that.
It looks like they laminated the print to it, right?
It's a lead-based. I don't know how they done it, but I have a book on that show you can even do it today, but it's dealing with lead. And I don't think you want to really.
Yeah, lead and radon and stuff like that. Yeah, it might not be very healthy.
Wasn't that discovered in Cleveland, Ohio?
I'm not sure where it was discovered at, but
In the
they used to-
1870s?
Yeah, they used to use those box cameras.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get this started. We'll call it Lewis. And of course, I'm saving it as a JPEG, right? Okay, just making sure everybody's listening. You got to reinforce these things because I know some of y'all are looking at me like the cow does, you know, when they're just chewing and it's just. So I want to come back. I'm not saying you look like cows. Y'all look beautiful, but I'm saying that you just kind of got that stare of, my God, this is just so much information. Yes, in the back. Yes, sir.
Don't try to send one in a TIFF or email.
Yeah. If you email a TIFF, that could be a problem, especially if they don't know what they're doing. And it's big.
Very big.
But sometimes you're going to have to email it. Like if you were to say, hey, Eric, what do you think of what I did with the scan? And then you send me a JPEG. I said, well, did you scan it as a TIFF?
Yeah.
You know. So let's open this Lewis picture up. Oh, see, now here, look what happened. I opened it from the desktop and it opened it in some other program called Preview. See? I broke my own rules. See, I have my computer, my main computer in my office set to fix all that stuff. But the PC, I kind of leave, the laptop, I kind of leave it alone to demonstrate. Okay, so let's rotate this. Now, one quick rotation trick I like to use is the ruler tool. I got 3 minutes. And that's with the eyedropper tool. And I click and drag right along the edge of the original. And then I go to Image, Rotate, Arbitrary. And then it says, 1.86 degrees counterclockwise. Boom. Changed it. Now I can crop using my crop tool. Get rid of that excess stuff. So let's work on her a little bit. Well, not let work on her. You know what I'm saying. Work on her picture. I mean, let's do it in levels. So let's try that levels. Let's see what happens when I apply that levels technique. Go right to the edges of the mountain. That's what I tell my students. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That edge actually might be the white part. So I'm going to push it a little further. There we go. Yeah, that histogram was reading the white edge here, these white edges. So here, before, after. So she looks better. Yeah, this is definitely not a tintype. So it looks like her eyes were closed and they opened them. You know.